It's a tragic epidemic impacting our nation's veterans, a staggering number dying by suicide every single day. So as we've heard, Steuben County, $250,000 cut, but here in Chemung County, we're talking $343,000.
$343,000.
March Madness already here, fans betting on their teams as well as filling out their brackets. Just like this gentleman over here, he's making sure his bracket is filled in. Looks like he wants Syracuse to win. And it's always the one he does last. Why?
Well, because I hate it.
The excitement has grown so far since the start of the evening. Everyone here in support of Tracy Matrano, and she joins me live now. Good evening, Tracy.
Good evening, thank you.
Hey everyone, we're bringing you this Facebook Live right now because of the Kentucky Derby. As you might have noticed, 18 News is not on right now, again because of the Kentucky Derby. So we're bringing you some of today's news. So Shelby, it's spring, but what was it that we got earlier today?
We were just talking about this. Not hail, but grapple. Grapple outfit.
Well, what is this?
This is the milk chocolate pretzel
The
bar.
milk chocolate Perfect, wonderful. We start with some breaking news tonight. 18 News has learned a man killed outside San Diego is from Horseheads. The San Diego County Sheriff's Department tells us the victim is 21-year-old Christopher Truax Jr. These blue light bulbs may look like just an accessory, but this Friday night they will help commemorate Trooper Nicholas Clark. Now give us a sample of what people can expect.
Right. You gotta feel that heat, and we can ride the boogie.
Among all his movies and Hollywood stardom, Bill Pullman always finds the time to come back to Hornell, especially on a night like this for a drive for a scholarship. What did I tell you? A big New York welcome for these Greyhounds all the way from Florida, and more are on their way. I'll explain coming up.
There you go.
It was a life struggle that's affected many lives, especially recently, as we've reported, with the ongoing opioid crisis. But this man knows the experience firsthand. He knows it to where the iron he's seen wasn't that just at the gym, but also that of a jail cell.
Life is short. It's not for you forever. So you have to make a decision what you actually really want to do.
For Lou Kitching, it's powerlifting. He's pumped iron for almost 3 decades, enjoying every moment of it. But it was only after living a troubled life that he realized this was his way out.
You know, I was against the law. You know, started following it. I was up against it, and didn't really gave the officers the respect what they actually really, deserve.
He says he turned to drugs, crack cocaine, and alcohol, thinking he was above the law until reality set in.
You had a knucklehead out there doing things that should not be, and then in 1990, I did 3 years of prison time. Then I really had to grow up.
Ready? I'm ready. That's it. You ready?
And when he got out, he went to work out at the former YMCA in Elmira.
Thank God that I got off it as it is, as with this meth and everything like that. But crack is just as bad. You just don't care.
Powerlifting was his cleansing medicine. Now he competes in the World Natural Powerlifting Federation. His plaques, badges of his state and regional championship victories.
And I got good workout partners. I got Danny Mandel, I got Chuck Pizzetti.
Lou is 63 years old, and he's about to bench 225 pounds. And if you think this is a lot, well, it's actually his warm-up.
And then I prayed for a whole lot of young people who's out there who's doing the drugs, who out there constantly drinking, can realize to say, it's other things that you can do. If you can't find it yourself, get help.
Now, Lou and Mandel were training for the WNPF's state championship next month in Rochester. But unfortunately, Lou won't be competing there because he was recently diagnosed with sciatica. He's still going with Mayor Mandel to cheer him on. We'll follow that story as the time nears. But for now, reporting in the studio, Julio Avila, 18 News. For 4.7 million people, that's how many rely on food stamps in New York and Pennsylvania combined. 4.7 million, and that's out of 42 million across the nation. And that's according to the Centers of Budget and Policy Priorities. And they may be the latest catalyst as the federal government continues its partial shutdown.
It's already hard enough to survive as it is out here, and it's just going to get harder.
I'm disabled, but I also work. I don't get a government check. I don't get subsidized housing, anything like that.
But these recipients may have to choose between food and other expenses.
I have a job, and I mean, I go to college too and everything, and it's hard. Like I said, I live with 7 people, so it's rough.
$4.8 billion. That's how much it costs to operate the federal food stamp program. And if the government shutdown extends into February, there will only be $3 billion in emergency funds. If the shutdown extends into March and then the months after, unfortunately, there won't be any money, and that's putting some recipients on edge.
I'm a believer in the hand up and not the hand out. I think everybody gets in the jam from time to time, myself included, and it's okay for the government to help you out, get back on your feet.
Yeah, peaches, no peaches today. Fruit cocktail, pineapple.
And food pantries such as this one at the North Presbyterian Church are trying to help them stay on their feet.
We always have enough food to go around, we're not ever taking it away from one person to give to another one.
This pantry works with the food bank of the Southern Tier, making sure everyone and families of all sizes have the food they need to sustain them.
We're a fairly stable pantry with a good financial base from our church and from other donations from other churches and other businesses.
That's one option, but the two say they'll consider others.
Hopefully, maybe try to get another job or figure something out.
Get another job, work part-time someplace else. Everybody has to eat. Maybe I'll get a job here at the store part-time bagging groceries or doing stuff here.
Now, if you do plan to go to a food pantry, Mosteller says it's illegal for a food pantry to ask you if you're receiving food stamps, other benefits, or your income level. Reporting in the studio, Julio Avila, 18 News.